morning. There is a music delay. All good. Still like the background. Hope you guys are doing well. Today it is Throwback Thursday. And it is August 24th, 2023. Thursday. What is that called? I forget. There's a saying about Thursday as well. I hope you guys can hear me. I don't see the thing, but it's all good. We're gonna kick off here, and we're gonna get started with today's mug coffee. Check it out. I'm matching today. I'm gonna be doing some videos for my website today. I love video and explaining things in video. I think a lot of people are visual learners. Let me know if you're a visual learner as well. All right, guys. And now I really want to know what's going on with the music. I hope that you can hear me and that the music is not overpowering me. But oh well. We will see. All right, there is no birthdays today. As a throwback, we celebrated Patricia. We celebrated Shauna. It was so good to talk to Shauna yesterday. She loves that puppy right there. And let's get right into the one dad joke of the day. And that will be, what did one hat say to the other? Stay there. I'm going on ahead. It's like, stay in the closet. I'm going to go. Yeah. It wasn't that funny, but it was the one I had in my list. And that's the one I'm going for. There's a funny one that my old roommate, Victoria, had in Facebook. It's just hard for me to say some of the words. So I'm pretty sure I will kill it. So anyway, I hope you guys, there is no weather report today, but all good. We're going to jump right into school memories. Okay. So it is Throwback Thursday and music right now is not working. And I really do hope, I'm just going to lower it all the way just in case there is music playing. We're going to talk about school. One of the things I know for sure I did in both middle school and high school was hating the morning being rushed, eating breakfast super fast. We did not have a TV in the kitchen or anything like that. The TV was in the living room. So I know Jimmy grew up having a TV in the kitchen and eating his cereal, whatever, watching TV or the news. We didn't have that there was no extra TV. It was only one. And that was, or two. That was in my mom's, my parents, and then the living room. There was none in our room. There was none in the kitchen. Okay. Or maybe just one TV, actually. Just one TV. So it wasn't like we were attached to it or there was news going on. But yeah, I don't know if you're in the 90s, there was no examples about a morning ritual. I mean, I'm sure entrepreneurs and people knew. I'm just so glad that the information, it is out there for people to be inspired of doing whatever it takes to start off the day good. And I know for me, man, it was a drag. And especially in Miami, when I did high school there, I didn't have a car and I had to take a bus. So knowing that I was going to go out there in the heat, already in a bad mood, half sleepy, it was terrible times when I used to live in Miami. So I'll pause here for a second. My middle school, junior high school 189 went up to 9th grade. Anybody here in the early 90s? Did your middle school go up to ninth grade? Well, mine did. Let me know in the comments if it did for you too. So it was basically ninth grade in the middle school. Then I did 10th grade. My parents decided to move to Florida. So junior high school 189 is in Flushing, New York. For those who don't know, shout out to all my Flushing people. And yeah, you guys remember this slide right here? Where is it? I didn't put it out there yet. Oh wow. Okay. So let me just stay in this slide in here. Remember, I did the elementary school in Flushing. Okay, so middle school was also in Flushing, and that went up to ninth grade. So in a sense, it chopped off ninth grade high school for me. Then we moved to Miami, went to South Miami, hated it. Then went to Coral Park, hated it even more. And I was like, I want to go back to New York. And thankfully, my tia Chela and Tio Carlos, of course, took me in and was like, let her finish high school. We could do this. So anyway, so then I went to Cardozo, which is not in Flushing. Where is Cardozo High School in Queens? Somebody let me know where Cardozo High School is. And I definitely was better there, but I was just like cutting school. I was a pretty good student in middle school, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. And 10th, when I was in Florida and Miami, I was unmotivated. I just like passed, like whatever. I was unmotivated, let's just say that. And when I went to Cardozo, it was bad. Yeah, it was bad, like getting bad grades. And yeah, cutting school and doing all these things. And then my mom came, she goes, you got two choices. This is in the 90s. So this is 92, 93. I want to say 93. All right. Leave a comment if you were in high school or a junior in 1993. Okay, anyway. She goes there, you got two choices. Either you come to back to Miami or you come back to Miami. So yeah, there you go. No choice. She did bribe me. She goes, I'll get you a car. So, because she was driving a little bit or learning how to drive. And she goes, take my car. And I said yes. I actually did pack my bag because I was like, okay, that's what I wanted. I didn't want to take the stupid bus in Florida. It's not like New York. In New York, it's totally okay to take a bus. Like everybody takes a bus. Oh, not in Miami, people. Not in the early 90s, okay? So anyway, when she did get the car, I want to say I finished a little bit of my junior year, and then my senior year was absolutely my best year. This is where Vanessa and Tammy come along. I might have met them in my late junior year too, maybe. And I joined a dance class or group, whatever, and that's where I met Vanessa. And I felt like, okay, now there's the group, there's purpose. Oh my goodness, Vanessa has a sister, Tammy. I got a sister, Claudia. I was hanging out a lot with Natalia and Mildred. Oh my goodness, all these names are coming in. And Natalia and Mildred like different music than me, which was such an introduction. Like they love Green Day. And I forget the type of music. Kind of like everything basically that Jimmy likes. Which it was always in my surrounding. But I was still like, oh, I love, R&B. I was still watching MTV raps, and all of it was like an exploration. It was like, tell me if this happened to you in the early 90s. It was like the beginning of collaborations between like heavy metal or rock or whatever with like hip hop. People started collaborating, and I do want to say it was like 93, and I can't remember of the first video when I saw it. I'm gonna definitely drop that in the comment in here, or if you remember, back in like, so think 93, from like 92 to 94. I feel like they was starting, that's when like Snoop Doggy Dogg, I know for sure, was this whole thing with the East Coast and the West Coast. And I was like, in Miami, I was like, I don't care about no fight. But anyway, there was a lot of already rap was already established, and it was moving into collaborating with different kinds of music. So it did inspire me to open myself up, right? And then, yes, side note here, because this is true. During that time, I had like, when it comes to like salsa and Spanish music, I was having a lot of identity issues with being Latina. Let's just say it. It's true. It's true. I did not want to I just wanted to be, I didn't want a label. And I still actually, I hate labels. Because people associate certain things, like I told you before, my mom didn't hit me with the chancla, like she hit me in like other ways, and pull my hair. That was like her thing. So to me, I just felt like a lot of the salsa and things were only from like a particular, like just like Puerto Rican, Dominican culture, or Cuban, or like the popular Latinos. And I was like, just no, which eventually, when I went to college, is when I woke up to the beauty of my music. And and my family did like a lot of like parties and Celia Cruz. And Celia, it's completely different. She, to me personally, she just is in a different level, and that's who I love, right? So anyway, 90s for me, especially towards the end of high school, because of the different influences, it just really allowed me to like different things. I wasn't, and I was like, don't you dare put me in a box, with this kind of group. And that's been my jam, and that's who I am till today, right? I was talking to Jimmy. What did he say? And I was like, don't put me in a box, okay? Leave me out of a box. I am not in a box. That does not look like a box. Let's try this again. There you go. This is the box, okay? Leave me out of it. I like different types of music, and so that was the early 90s for me. And one of the things that I mentioned, there was still a lot of like TV shows. And I'm very grateful that so many people are exposed to other ways of entertainment. Like, for example, like kids now can carry certain things, like some shows in their phones, in their iPads, where, they could watch it in the backyard. They could, it's different. And it's in the 90s, we were like, it was either, like I said earlier, we had one TV, just, you gotta like stay in one place. So anyway, those were some of the school memories. What are some of yours? Did you go to middle school or high school in the early 90s? Drop it in the comment. This one's a short one. Thank you for tuning in. In recap, the 90s for me, when it came to music, was the beginning of collaborations of different kinds of music and coming together. Okay, I think this is 80s though. Like, I'm so like We Are the World, like having everybody come with a purpose. I believe those were actually late 80s. But in the 90s, it was about, hey, it's not just about changing the world, but like, let's actually show that we're changing by actually collaborating together and uniting our talent together. So it was more, for me in that sense, more a show don't tell, right? And that's what the 90s music in school was like. And like I just shared, back and forth, four different schools for high school. I also went to 4 different colleges. But middle school was solid. Oh, 4 elementary schools, middle school, solid. Shout out to my 189 peeps. I know we all got together and like, yeah, to unite, and I hope we reunite in October. So this one goes out to all of my 90 peeps. We'll see you tomorrow for Family Challenge, and tune in because there's a Family Feud game coming up. Not tomorrow, but very soon. I got my friend Ron who sent me a template, and I'm looking forward to putting a whole bunch of questions, getting families over here, and having a blast. Enjoy your Thursday. Hit some, go over to Instagram. I am going to be jamming with 90s music, and I'll find those collaborations that I was talking about. And thanks for tuning in. Tune in Monday through Friday. Let me, not with Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. I had 7 a.m. there for a long time. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for Family Friday.